It's the final day at Grimmfest, and we've just had our shorts program on this morning called Tensions. We've had a great array of different movies, and I am joined by a couple of filmmakers from one of the films. Guys, tell us your names and what your film is and what your role was on the film.
All right. So first, the name of the film.
Paspocalypse.
Paspocalypse.
Yes.
Yeah. And my name is Jasper ten Hoor from the Netherlands, and I was the director, writer, editor, and I don't know what else I did. Probably those three for the movie.
My name is Liebe van der Bada, and I was the writer and co-producer of Paspocalypse.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And you came up with the initial idea, which is one of the most important things.
Yes. So tell me a little bit about the film. I know, I'm not going to give anything away, but I know what it involves. So maybe tell us a little bit about the background to the idea for the film.
Yeah. You start with that.
Yeah, I can do it. Well, I had this idea in my mind that I wanted to make a short horror film with a mannequin, because I think mannequins are creepy. And so I was talking to Jasper, we were just chatting, and I was saying, hey, I was just thinking about making a horror film with a mannequin, and he was, oh, that sounds really cool. I want to get in on that. And then we just started brainstorming and started giving ideas to each other. And then, at one point we had a treatment, and then we had a script, and then we was like, okay, let's do it.
So how did you make the movie? How did you finance it? Were you able to find the money to make the film?
Well, we did it. It was basically a couple of €100. So we thought, okay, we can spend that.
Yeah.
So we basically came from our own pocket. Me and my colleague, who couldn't be here, Ivan, we made several short films, and we were now in the process of doing a lot of more bigger movies. But as most people know, those take a lot of time, getting them to finance. And so we were kind of like, okay, we just want to make something, just very easy. So everything has to be settled. So we thought, okay, location, well, we're in an office.
So you use
an office.
Essentially one location, or parts of the same building.
Exactly, yeah. So we thought, okay, with the office, do we know anyone who can act? Well, we have an actress, we worked with her before. You want to do it? Sure. So we kept everything very simple, and then we thought, okay, so we have a girl office at night. Sounds good. But there has to be like a monster. So we talked to someone a creature designer, and we asked, can you design like a cool monster? And he was like, yeah, sure, I can do that for say 10, 20,000.
Yes.
Okay, that was, sure. That's not exactly what we had in mind. And exactly at that moment when we thought, okay, maybe we shouldn't do this, Liwa came up and said, you ever thought about mannequins? We thought, well, that's easy to get. And sure, you go online and you actually found the mannequin in the movie, which I think was actually good. It was a creepy looking mannequin.
Yeah, we went to scout for mannequins. We did some casting calls, and we had them come in and look creepy.
And she was definitely the best. She was, yeah.
She nailed it.
So there are moments in this that remind me, and you may not know what this is, but the weeping angels in Doctor Who. Do any of you watch Doctor Who or know Doctor Who?
I haven't seen it, but I heard other people telling me that they have said the same thing. Yes.
Ah, that's interesting.
Really? Yeah.
I think it's the way that the mannequin creeps up or kind of appears, and suddenly it's much closer to you. And those moments in your film are really shocking. And also your use of music and sound really heightens those moments. Yeah. But yes, it reminded me of that. But fantastic, because it's one of the best ever episodes of that show. So, it's a good thing to be compared to. But yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. And we are, speaking of sound, our sound designer, because we shot it in one night, that was also part of the okay, we're going to do it in one night. And we didn't shoot it with sound. So okay, that makes it easier. But then our sound designer made all the sounds and actually started using a mannequin to do the sound. So all the sounds you hear are from a mannequin, which I thought was pretty cool.
Kind of moving and moving.
He was moving this, and he was putting instruments or things against a mannequin, and he put microphones in a mannequin and all that, and you get this pretty cool, weird sound, which I thought, okay, this works really well.
Yeah.
So I love those kind of experiments.
That's really interesting.
Yeah. And we kind of experimented with should we use special effects to let it move, or can we make it as simple as possible and let it not do anything? And see if we can make it work. And I think, well, it works. Why not doing it doesn't do anything, and
Yes.
still it kind of
And
works.
and that's why it's so effective, which is kind of weird. So what's next for the film? Are you screening at some other film festivals?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're screening at Abattoir in Wales next month.
Nice, yes.
We're screening in Amsterdam at the Imagine Film Festival.
Yes.
Also, no, this month actually. And we have another one lined up in Spain.
Cool.
Spain, there's one, and I think Norway.
Yeah.
Norway.
Yeah.
Wow,
and, one
busy
in Norway, yeah.
schedule.
It is a bit, yeah, actually, yeah. But this one is the most important one because this is the world premiere. So this was actually the first time we get to see it on the
Yeah,
big screen.
and how was it to see it on the big screen?
It was amazing.
Great.
I loved it, and I loved the fact that because it was pretty crowded.
Yep.
And love hearing the reactions.
Yes.
There were a couple of moments, and that's always great as a filmmaker. You start listening. Where are
Then
the moments
you know
where they
that this
react?
is working when you know when you
Exactly.
see the reactions to it.
And there's actually one. There's the one scare that everyone kind of reacted to, and I thought, okay, that one works. And the one thing that always works, and that's your doing, is there's the toilet shot. And it isn't scare, but everyone starts reacting when there's just a shot of a toilet. And we told Liewe when we were shooting, could you just make the toilet a little like dirty, used? Well, and you can make toilets seem used.
Now that's a
Never.
talent.
That is
That's a talent.
Still, how did you do that?
Well, you can refer to me as the poop master from now on. Well, we did what did we use? We used ontbijtkoek, but how do you say that in English?
Yeah, that's a very there's this Dutch breakfast thing. If you make it wet, it right away looks like. This is a good advice for everyone. If you want to make something look like poop, there's this thing. You probably have it in.
Is it breakfast cereal?
What's not cereal?
No,
it's
it's not cereal. It's like a sort of cake, spongy
Okay.
Crunchy cake. Yeah.
kind of substance. But
And we thought, okay, maybe he's going to use a little bit, and then you used up the whole entire cake and put it in that toilet. But it works because the whole audience was, ooh.
Great reaction.
We do everything for a reaction.
in the case of poop, not less is more, but more is more.
Absolutely. Well, listen, guys, thank you so much for joining us at Grimmfest. We were very honoured to host your world premiere of the movie. And
you.
we'll see you again maybe one day.
Definitely. We'll definitely come back.
Great.
Thank
Very
you.
much for having us.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okie dokie.